What's up, Nail Geeks, and welcome back to another Vapid video. This time we have her spring releases, which is just a really various mix of finishes and colors. A little vampy, a little weird here and there. We have 8 polishes to check out, and one of them is an oopsie from the Birthday Bitch release from February. I do have comparisons to show you if you are wanting to know, do you need both, whatnot. That will be at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's dive right into the swatches. So first up, we've got Jackalope. This is described as a sheer iridescent blue, purple, magenta with linear hollow flake and red copper gold shifting flakes. The labels on Vapids are super fun, so I've kind of kicked myself that I haven't been showing them off like I did with Scofflaws back in the past. So for this video, we are going to be taking a look at the butts. And I'm also kind of switching things up a little bit. I thought it'd be a little extra satisfying to see the initial brush pullout. That sounds dirty, and we're just gonna roll with it. So the pullout shot, I can't. So the pullout shots are gonna be included too. I am just switching things up to kind of spruce up the channel a bit. Okay, so back on track. Jackalope gives me indie vibes circa maybe 2013-ish, somewhere around there, and I'm really liking it. I remember this type of finish was really popular way back in the day. It's got a strong metallic feel on application. I think 3 coats is going to be perfect. It does come off just a touch on the lighter side, but I can see why, because the flakes are of the medium and large variety, and while they lay down nice and flat, it gives a touch more of a heavier feel on application. And next up, we've got Nothing Makes Sense. This is described as a red copper gold iridescent base with blue to purple shifting flakes and linear holographic. This one's my favorite butt label out of the set. It's Sasquatch riding the Loch Ness Monster, and it's so cute. This would make a really cute poster. Nothing Makes Sense applies very similar to Jackalope in that nice metallic but somewhat light feel. I do think that 3 coats is going to be perfect for this one too. And it does dry down quite flat, obviously, from these larger sort of flakes that have that strong foily-like finish to them. So I'm going to suggest a good plumping glossy top coat for Jackalope and for Nothing Makes Sense. This has quite a bit of a holographic effect as opposed to Jackalope, but I think that the shimmer pops just a touch more if you're curious how they compare. And next we've got Heavens to Betsy. This is a cool toned sheer periwinkle base with pink gold green shimmer and linear hollow flame. I really liked this one. I dare say it's one of my favorites in the set. This one, and then there's another one coming up soon. But I really liked the shimmery feel to this. I think the holographic effect is just a touch on the subtle side. In certain lighting, I definitely saw some rainbow effect going on, but what's going to capture your eye's attention the most is that shimmery effect. And at indoor and very bright lights, it's going to dominantly take on that pinky sort of appearance with a touch of that orange. You can kind of see it closer to my cuticle line there. And at more extreme angles, there is a touch of green to the color roll. I would love to see this type of color palette in this exact finish as a maybe a pastel or a summer neon set. I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there because that would be really nice. And next we've got Torture. Speaking of awesome inspirations for summer collections, this is a coral jelly with pink, orange, gold shifting shimmer and sparkle. Another one that I really liked. The finish to this one is true jelly style. It's very plumping. It's got that juicy sort of jello-like feel on application. It starts off just a touch on the sheer side, true to a jelly finish, but as you build it up, it's glorious. This is a very flattering shade. I can see it popping on any skin tone, to be completely honest, because the base has that cool tone, but the shimmer warms it up. So it's got a little bit of complementing for whether or not you have, cool undertones or warm undertones like myself. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect, but I'm going to suggest going in lighter on your coats because of that squishy factor, so you don't get any sort of dragging. And that base color I do think is coming off accurate on the video and on my swatches. So just in case it's not, I do agree that it's a coral. It's got that pink and orange undertone to it. And next up we've got Flounce. This is a pinky base with magenta, blue, purple, gold shifting shimmer. This is one of those polishes that I think is very, I don't say this in a bad way, simple, in that it is just what it is. It almost gives me slight vintage vibes. And when you first start off with it, you're just kind of like, okay, you know, we've got this shimmery effect going on. But when you build it up, it's like, okay, I'm really digging this. It's just, it's not in your face. It's kind of subdued, but it's just enough. I don't know if that makes sense. It kind of reminds me of like a 90s sort of feel, like when you got those little Lisa Frank or whatever mini kid polishes. I don't know if that makes sense, but it definitely reminds me of that, and I'm really, really liking it. I think 3 coats is perfect. This is a true jelly. No matter how much you build it up, if you have a prominent free edge, you will see it. If that bothers you, I would suggest going in with a color correcting base coat of some type and light coats and finish with a glossy top coat to make that shimmer pop. And next up, we've got Lizard Breath. This is an olive green base with pink to green to gold shifting shimmer and purple reflective glitter. So out of the collection, this definitely has to be the Prugly one. Very much olive green base. And the shimmer to this is going to dominantly come off as that pink sort of effect that you're seeing on the video. At angles, I definitely saw green and a touch of gold, depending on if I was in dimmed lighting and at more extreme angles. But I think on my full hand shot there, that's mostly what you're going to see. This is a true jelly type feel. It does have purple reflective glitters to it that give just a bit of sparkly oomph in indoor lighting, and obviously LED or flashlights, you'll see that purple effect. But don't forget, because reflective glitters, you'll need to wear a glitter smoothing base with this. So in the video, I am using Vapid's Smooth AF. And next up, we've got Harum Scarum. This is a berry base with magenta gold green shifting shimmer and green gold blue iridescent shifting flakes. So the base color to this one is really up my alley. This is that type of purple, quote unquote. And I really like it. It's cool toned. I think it's very flattering on just about any skin tone. This one also starts off quite a bit on the sheer side, but when you build it up, it just pops so well. I'm going to suggest going up to 3 coats to have that purple pop very, very strongly. You can see just how much of a difference it makes between that second and third coat. The flakes, no issues with them. They lay down nice and flat. The flakes do have a heavy feel to them, so I'm going to suggest going in light on your coats because you'll definitely get some dragging if you go in too hard with your brush strokes. And finally, we've got Bitch WTF. This is the actual Oops batch for the Birthday Bitch pre-order back in February, I want to say. If you ordered Birthday Bitch 23, there was a bit of a mix-up in the first non-blogger batch poured, and Chris accidentally made them. To me, it's a darker blue as opposed to teal, which I'll have the comparison in a second. This has quite a bit of flakes. It's got some shifty action happening, though I do think that the deeper color of the base to the polish itself is kind of subduing the golden shift. You'll see that once again here in a second when I do the comparison, but this is beautifully opaque between 2 to 3 coats depending on how deep you want it. And I would suggest a good glossy top coat to smooth this one off because it is just packed so full of flakes and a touch of shimmer and all that good stuff. Left is the Oops batch and right is the what it was supposed to be. So because there was such a massive amount of this Oops batch, Chris decided to go ahead and put it up for sale with this set. You can see that they're really, really close. I almost can't tell which is which if I'm not looking at the labels. I can tell that one is a touch darker. Overall, do you need both? That's definitely up to you. You can see here on the swatch on my silicone mat, you can definitely see that, okay, the base colors are very different. This one is, the WTF is just a touch darker. In my opinion, I think that deeper base, that more bluer base is kind of detracting just a little bit for the shiftiness to that shimmer. So if you need both, that's definitely up to you. Personally, don't think it warrants getting both, but they do have their different properties. So I think if you missed out on Birthday Bitch, then I would definitely say go ahead and get WTF. So I hope that helped you guys. I don't think I was particularly leaning one way or another as a fellow polish collector myself. if you feel like you need to purchase the birthday bitch oopsie or what WTF, I won't judge you at all. But anyways, these are going to drop tomorrow, March 25th at 2 p.m. Central Time. Chris does have her master restock list posted in the Facebook group, which I'll have linked below in the description box, that she's got all the information possible. I did manage to grab lotion and body butter from her last restock. I got sick not long after they showed up, and I was so salty I couldn't smell for, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks. I don't know if it's the big C or not, but regardless, I couldn't smell, and I was so mad about it because I was obsessed with the scent Cautious, and it said it was tea and roses or something like that, but I've got it right here. And in every single Vapid video, I do talk about her Bath and Body stuff, and I stand behind it. It's awesome stuff. The smells are so on point. This one, Cautious, is exactly what I was hoping for. I think a lot of people do rose a little too strong, and this one is so light and pleasant and nice. It's not overpowering, and I really liked that. And it's like a true rose, not like that fake crap. But yes, the body butter, I'm a big body butter junkie. Like, I have so much body butter, and if there's one thing for indies that I like just as much as polish, it's body butter. So definitely recommend grabbing hers, at least trying it. If you're going to participate in this restock. She does have a couple of other scents that she's listed. For example, she's got ones that are currently named after this batch. Flounce has a sweet and delicious sugary vanilla pound cake and vanilla glaze and a hint of rose. So of course I'm gonna have to get in there and get that. She's got a smoothie, which is strawberry banana. I'm here for this. They're very delicious. But yeah, she's got Bath and Body stuff coming. Nail elixir, which she said is going to come in a new squeezy bottle, so easy to have in the bathroom. She's got bath bombs, lip balms, all kinds of stuff. So she also said that the shipping is going to be combined. So if you want to get in there, say, grab your polishes first, or in my case, Bath and Body stuff, you can, and your shipping will be combined, and any excess, if applicable, will be refunded. So anyways, all this is in the group. Check the description box below. I will link you guys there, and Vapid's Facebook group, and Vapid Lacquer, the website, if you want to get in there. There is a rewards program if you make an account, all that good stuff. So I am working my tail off on getting PPU done right now. As of right now, Friday, it's mid-afternoon. I do have the video completely edited, and it's going to be a real busy weekend for me with that one, and my big one, and the bigger one, my husband. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm hoping maybe I can get it done today. That way it's not too late, and it's just much, much earlier for you guys to check out and peruse. We'll talk about PPU when we get to that video. So anyways, if you liked and enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.